I am back. We'll see if I can get this to work. It's already looking like it's not going to. Oh, and now my... Okay. All right. I need to re-add my source because now it's vanished. Okay. Let's see if this gets it to work. And nothing. Oh man, this is ridiculous. Okay. Right, that is set correctly. Okay. Let's try this again. Click into here. I hope we don't have to like just scrap it for today because that would suck. Hello darkness, my old friend, indeed. It is just not freaking cooperating. Come on. Here's my screen. Grab it. Oh man, this is getting ridiculous. I'm going to give it just a couple more minutes and we might have to just shut it down until I figure out what's going on. Because now that what you're looking at right now is a black scene and it should at the very least have a blue background. And I am not sure what the hell's going on. Let me climb into these other settings. Okay, still logged into YouTube. Okay, that's all correct. Let's check the output. That all seems to be correct. I'm on PC. I don't have a capture card. It just goes right through without a capture card. Hotkeys, advanced scene collections. No. Okay. Game overlay. Let's check that. Nope, that's for setting a hotkey. Okay, nope, don't want that. Nope. Yeah, it's operator error for sure. Or they like the latest Streamlabs dropped, and I'm wondering if they switched a setting that I have to go in and figure out what the hell they did. It's what I'm guessing at this point. Hmm. Yeah, I don't get it. I'm digging in through all of this stuff and it all looks like it's supposed to. Alert box, game capture, hide, unhide. Open the source properties, close. All right. I'm going to try to find it through another source input. Display capture. Okay, I'm going to see what this does. Because why the hell not? Let's transition over. Oh, look, now you can see that screen. Now let's see if you switch over to the game, and here we go. All right. We have find it. We have found it. Finded it. Those things. All right. So, can you guys see it all right? Seems to be working. Okay. Fuck. That was ridiculous. That was a long way to go for such a pain in the ass. Curse you, Streamlabs. Black is the color of my true love's hair. Oh, I can't read the rest of it because the stupid heart is in the way. Dang it. Okay. We're here. Okay, now I can read it. Black is the color of my true love's hair. Her lips are like a rose so fair. She's got the sweetest smile and the gentlest touch. I love the ground whereon she stands. Nice. All right. Here we are once again. And we're back at it. We are on the same planet as before, building on our floating island base. There seems to be more fog in the air, and I gotta say that's a little annoying. It makes seeing things a little more difficult. I don't know if that was something that Hello Games did, but let's see if me coming inside and then go into camera mode, see if that changes it. Yeah, it worked after I went through and found another way to grab the source image, and that was just to grab my full whatever screen was on top. So I enabled that, and now we're good. Now we're good to go. Okay, my avatar being inside while in camera mode has made some of the fog go away, so that's perfect. Oh, which buildings did you not see, Christy? This big building that we're looking at right here? Is that what you're talking about? The big one. Oh, that wasn't there? Oh, wild. We were in the same instance, but you could not see this building. Phrasing. So yeah, so this is the inside of the building. We'll go down the spiral staircase where we've got the frozen blobby statue with a sodium lamp underneath it. And we've got two more of the little bug heads that are elsewhere on this build. We're going to be building some octo cabinet decorations. She could not see the big one, as she said. I thought I would be very obvious because it is funny. Yes, yes it is, Sin. Oh, and so I have done a bit of stuff since last week. I put all of this in. Let me get rid of me real quick. So I put all of this in right here with the signs that reach up. You can only see the top part on that side or on this side. Yes, I am showing you the big one now. Oh, and so when you come up the stairs, if you look up, you can see that going on. Mesmerizing, I tell you. I haven't decided if I want to keep these antennas. I kind of like the vibe, but I also kind of don't. Like, it's creating this little sort of cage around the blobby statue, but it kind of gets in the way visually of other things. And I don't think I like that as much. Yeah, there's so many cool things you can do with kaleidoscopes. Like if you look at this one, there's also the electric cubes back there, just kind of slowly, very slowly moving. It's one of those extra added touches that you have to look a little bit closer to see. But it's turning out pretty cool. I like it. And the expanding cube gadget. Those are fun. I wish it just did that on its own. Like, it does this motion like a few times and then automatically does that. That would be cool if it just did that. Not really, Sin. They're not. I mean, when you first get started out, they can be a little rough. But the interesting thing about this one is that you can see that I have all of these roof tiles up here in the circle. And so I used the inset of the circle as a way to just free place all of those globes and all of the cubes. I free placed all of those just using the inner parts of this circle as a guide. That is one way that you can just put together something really quickly. And it's almost like a cheater method, if you will. I mean, and you can do any kind of circle as long as you can see the individual edge faces of whatever, like floor tiles or ceiling tiles, whatever you're using, and then you can just, you know, snap them around in a circle, and it's that's the easiest way. There's very little glitching. I mean, you could also uh, use those same lines to line up a bunch of snap points and just like go up and um, drop a wire. You can just use the various sides and edges of the circle in order to make snap points. That's another thing you could do. But yeah, all of this was hand placed or snap placed off of a point. And what I mean by that, if you are unfamiliar, is we'll go over to the globe gadget or the planetary globe. So I selected the planetary globe. We have that right here. And I'll hit the toggle wire. And then I'll hit, for the PlayStation, it's going to be the triangle and R2. So that is toggle wire again plus place object. And then that just gets placed wherever you want it. And then to show you again, you rotate it around, and if you have them all going in the same direction and dropping them, then they will all fall in line when you reset, when you do a reboot of the game. So yeah, those are some little tips for like really easy kaleidoscopes. Oh, check this out. Check this out. Look at this. Look at that sunset. It's just freaking gorgeous. And if you are interested in coming to build here, there are the glyphs right there in the bottom. And shit, where are we at? Okay, I need to go find the galaxy. It does kind of look like Arizona, a little bit of bright colors like Texas has. Yeah, BeagleBum has had a couple of really great tutorials dropped recently. I was thinking about doing a color glitching guide, and then he just dropped that one the other day. So if I do it, I'll have to think up of, you know, other information outside of what BeagleBum has already done. And if it seems like there's enough, I might do a video. But for now, we'll probably scrap that idea. Oh, right. I wanted to go see, because I can't remember, what galaxy we're in. Okay. Let's see if we can figure this out. I am... Where the hell am I? Okay, I'm pretty sure this is Eisentam. Yep, there's a Delta 1 space right there. Yeah, Eisentam, that's the galaxy that is not showing up under in the titles here. I wish they made it a lot easier to tell what galaxy you're in just by hitting the discoveries. Like we should know what galaxy we're in this discovery page right here. Like why don't we know that? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But here we are. Okay, so let me drop my avatar in the building. Okay, what part do we want to work on today? I think I'll start on this on the octo cabinets. And for that, we are going to, okay, so you can see right there, I've got a wire on the wall. Those two snap points right there. The top one being in the center, and it's how I snap that octo cabinet on each of these walls. So we'll take our wire and just try to find the middle point as close as we can. Try to get it lined up. All of this is lined up by just by eye. And oh crap, I can't remember where I started that. Okay. Okay, that's pretty decent. Okay. JW, what do you mean JW? All right. Okay, here we go. And it can be a little tedious sitting here and lining all these things up, but you don't have to get too precise. As long as you've got that one line pretty straight, like doing a slight bit off here, slight bit off on the other side, that's not too bad. It's rare that a part is requires it to be just perfect in all directions. But I still like to do it as close as possible. I have been known to stop what I'm doing and then just start over. Just delete everything and start over. Dang trolls, you welcoming me? Alright, I didn't like that one. Try it again. Okay. Like I said, it is a little bit on the tedious side. He knows he loves it. Okay, so I'll show you right here how I can tell where it's sitting. So you can see the little shift in the light, and I want it as you move it across this plane, you can see the light shift. And then that's where I want it to start with, is once it darkens like that, just on the other side of that line. So I can, that's one way to see how you're lining things up. All right, now we experiment. And I think I'll leave the Octo cabinet there for right now, just in case I delete any of these wires or want to reset them or whatever. So we can show you, just as a continuation of what's on the ceiling back there. I'll try this out to see what it looks like in this context. And already it's like taking up way too much room. So that's not going to really work at all. And I don't like the way they're not overlapping, so it doesn't have that cool effect as it would if they were around in the inside of a circle instead of the outside of an octagon. Okay, so if you're just joining us, we are working on this planet again, this community planet. I think there's like 4 other bases right now, not a whole lot. Who's that over there? That's Double Tap. Then we have Golar's house, Construct Golar. And there was at least one more that I saw. There it is. That one's Astral Cryptid. I know a few other people put base computers down here, but I don't know if anyone else is really building. Oh, that's left over from another thing I was trying to do. Okay. Let's see about... I like to use this a lot. See if I remember to place the wire in the correct direction. No, I did not. So I put the wire in from bottom to top. If you put the wire in from top to bottom, then this will have flipped over when you snap it to that snap point right there. So since I didn't do that, let's try a different, let's just see what this looks like. Oh, that looks kind of interesting. Nope, that's the wrong snap point. Oh, is it actually linking them together? I might have to delete a thing. Oh man. All right. I did not want to have to do that. Okay, so I'm going to have to go inside of the wall to delete that. And we're going to do that by coming out here. Where is that wall? It's right over here. So putting myself through the layers of wall by deactivating the camera mode and then activating it again. And so I'm trying to get inside. Oh, I almost got to it. Oh, now I made it all the way to the other side. Okay. That didn't work. All right, I'm just going to try this again and see if I can get it to work. Might have to use the top snap point instead of the bottom one because the wire that I've got up underneath there is not... The game seems to have put them on the same connector and it is not cooperating. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for dropping that, Maxi. I appreciate it. If you know, anyone that's here and having a good time, to pop on over and hit the like button for me. It'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you like uh, building shenanigans. All right, come on. Let's see if I just put that there. It is not cooperating. See, that's just going to do that. And that's not what I want. All right. That looks so very cool, and I wish it was working. I'm going to go ahead and just see what it looks like if I just put a bunch of these around. And, oh, no, that was right. I wonder if just having 6 on there might, how that might look. Oh, that's actually kind of a cool effect. That's actually kind of cool. What if I deleted those 2 and let's see, what else can we put? Oh, let's, all right, what does this look like? Okay, not a fan of that color scheme. That's kind of cool. I like that one. That's a little closer to theme, but nope, I think that's too bright. If we could turn down the brightness on those, I think that would be great. Let's give this a shot. My favorite setting on this is the lilac and purple. Oh, that looks kind of cool. That looks pretty cool, actually. Okay, now is where sometimes I like to just try something crazy just to see if it makes sense, doesn't make sense, looks too friggin' weird. Might take up too much space. I think this might just be taking up too much space. Yeah, that's too obnoxious. Just delete all this. Alright, now the question is, do I... Yeah, let's just yoink that. And what else can we put in its place? Hey, hey, Scott Rinse Repeat. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Alright, I'm going to try... Oh, that takes up everything. No, that's definitely not going to work. Yikes. Do we have something else that'll work? Yeah, that's a fair point, Maxi. If you place the bottom one first, you will be able to tell if it's too big for the wall. Yep. I just want to see what this... Interesting. That's interesting. I don't know if I like it, but it's interesting. So we're going to do this. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like with the Octo cabinet. Oh, that's kind of a trippy design. It's weird enough that I kind of like it. Alright, I might have to sit on that for a minute. Because I kind of like it. It's unusual. The ice sculptures catch a little bit of the red light. I like that the Atlas statues are countersunk in like that. The coral is pretty cool. Might even... Oh wait, I can't do that because of that fucking thing. So what I might need to do here... God, I don't want to pull down that whole thing and reset it. I'll take this one. Delete that. Put my end piece... put my end piece up here. Kind of hide it a little bit. I'm dropping down about the middle of this area, trying to figure out what is straight when it comes to up and down. Don't have a lot of solid visual cues out here in the middle of this wall. All right, we'll just call that it. I think that might be close enough. And let's put down some wires here. Do the same thing as before, just trying to get it lined up as much in the center as possible. And you want them to all start and terminate at about the same relative place, you know, around the octo cabinet. Hey, hey, Dead Parrot. Good to see you, man. Okay, Maxie. Nicely done. Nicely done. Waterfall containing floating islands, as well as pretty much any building on floating island planet, have enhanced mist fog effects. Yeah, they do. It was a little bit too much fog earlier. Okay. Let's drop some more wires around. And welcome again to the slow part. When I did my video all about octo cabinets, my live stream, it's a live stream, not a edited video. I set up a lot of this stuff in advance. So it was easier to just go through and go, oh, hey, now we're going to do this. Now we're going to do this. This is a little more, this shows you how tedious this can be. All right, I think that's it. Dead Parrot. This parrot wouldn't boom if it had 4,000 volts through it. It's not pining. Okay, just a couple more to go. Damn it, now we got wire problems again in a different way. That's obnoxious. I feel like it doesn't normally do this. All right. Okay. All right. You have to do that just a little bit differently, which may cause me to have to redo the other set altogether. But I won't do that on the camera because that is super tedious. And so this is basically turning into just a practice session that I might end up redoing off camera and just ripping it all out It would not be the first time that I've done that on this build. Had to rip out a bunch of stuff and redo it. Okay. Now we're just going to try like a different vibe altogether. Try some different parts out. Nope. So in case you didn't know, you can hit the triangle when you hover over this and other objects throughout the build menu. And you hit that triangle and it opens up a menu of other items. And that's any one of the items that has these two yellow lines on it. That tells you that you can expand out that folder and you've got other options. So we're going to grab the living fragment. And the thing I'm worried about is how much it intrudes downward. No, I think that's going to be fine. And so you can just go in once you've got your Octo cabinet set up. You can just snap whatever you want. If you don't like it, you can just delete it all back out and try it again with something different. Okay, let's see what color might be more interesting colors. There's a red, purple, another purple, orange. That's really dull. That's very yellow. Teal. Let's try blue. Storm clearing. Okay. There. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. And it just like slowly just moves around a little bit. Oh, Scott, you don't have the patience to be a builder? Too easily distracted? Oddly, I get distracted pretty easily too. But sometimes I can find a groove and just like build for hours. It just depends. And also, like I have at any given time I have 6 or 8 builds going at once. And I'll get to a point on one build and I'll feel stuck because I don't know how to proceed. So I'll just hop to another one and just start working on that build. Or, silly me, I'll just go and start a whole nother base altogether, which I've done that plenty of times. I think at one time I had like 10 going all at once. Andre says, my problem is filling the space. I put a plant down, then I walk away. Oh, yeah, like interiors can be quite a bear, especially when you're trying to figure out like what's going to make the inside of this really cool and wild and fun to look at. And I kind of like both of these looks, but I don't know if I want to keep them both separate or the same. That might go on the outside of the building because I kind of like how this is tucked into that space really nicely. I kind of like that the way it is. So I might do that one to look like this one. Or this one to look like that one. Yeah, that's what I meant. And then that right there, that configuration might go out here. That would be a nice space to build in. Hey Zesty, how you doing? You want to live it in my world? It's a lot cooler than yours. It's a pretty cool world. You can certainly come and build something here if you would like. And once again, I will pop up the coordinates. It does appear to be in Eisentam. Wait, what am I doing? I'm a little flighty right now because the nip nip is kicking in. Zesty says you don't want the mess of a box house that I would build next door. all all structures are valid. You can build. You could always build a little base and come enjoy the other bases that are being built out here. That's always a possibility. All right, so yep, Eisentam. Those are the chords. Oh yeah, put these up here. Let's see. Oh, I made that wire go the op. Oh, let's see what the starship statue, the icy one. Let's see what that looks like going the opposite direction. Pointing down instead of pointing up like the other one. That's interesting. I think I like the point. No, maybe not. I don't think I like the point. I don't know. I thought it looked cool for a minute there, but it looks like this weird looking phallus just pointing up to the sky, and I just can't like that now. I can't unsee that. I just cannot unsee. Oh, that's terrible. That is just terrible. I've chosen not to invest time in building. Seems like every game where you can updates it and then it all goes to poo or a troll finds it. Either or. Yeah, I get that. I understand that thought. I uh, I just I just have the love of the build so deeply ingrained at this point that Fuck the trolls. Just build whatever anyway. And if they screw something up, just do something new. It's kind of a nice, sort of Buddhist impermanence kind of lesson, I guess. You lucked out. You love to watch people and build and be in awe of them. Oh, well, that's cool. That's a good. That's good. That's good to know where you are at with that. All right, so I want to put something else instead of the ice sculpture, the fighter statue. Hey, hey, Delta, welcome in. Are you streaming today? Did you already stream? What's going on? All right, I want to see what this looks like in the center. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Just like the little pyramid in the middle. That's pretty cool. I want to drop a sodium lamp in there. Oh, that makes it pop more. And it puts more red onto the top of this Atlas statue right there, which is cool. So overall, I do like this concept. Let's take a look over here again. Oh, you're not streaming today there, Delta One? Maybe. Maybe yes, maybe no. Okay. Copy that. I do like that. I do like that look. That's pretty sweet. I think I'm going to keep that. Yeah, and I do want to keep this whole design. And then move it over here and then delete that one. I think that's what we'll do. Let's see here. I do like the concept of that. I'll have to try to remember that. Or I can just snap a picture. I will remember that later. Hey, hey, Joy Roth. Oh, thanks, Joy Roth. I appreciate it. It is coming along. I'm happy for the progress. I did quite a bit of stuff between last week's stream and today. All right, we've got those two items in place, so we can delete that wire. And then I want to reset that because that's just not sitting in the right spot. Okay, let's try to get that as straight as possible. And we'll do just like the other side. I like the way it just recesses down, almost like a gemstone being set down into another stone. Intarsia, is that the right? I can't remember the term for that. in another life, I worked in fine jewelry many years ago. It's good times. Let's see, what are we doing? Oh, we're looking for... No, we were there. Okay. We're looking for the curly coral. One at lilac and purple. There we go. Like once your setup is there, like it took me no time to duplicate this just by having all of those snap points ready to go. So I've got this exposed wire, so I might try to put something else down. Let's see if we can find something kind of smallish that might look interesting in that spot. That's definitely some serious bling. Okay, what if we put a saucer fungus down? Nope, that doesn't go in the right direction. Okay. Oh, but I wonder what happens if we free place a saucer fungus? First, I like to, here we go, this will help. I like to balance it out. I just kind of rotate it back and forth till I find these high points and kind of level them out. Because I'm just weird like that, I guess. I like it to have a balanced look to it, is what I'm saying. Okay. And you can see when I flip through these, they kind of... the little rings can have a different angle at which they reside. So sometimes you can mess up your angle if you're not careful with how everything looks. Okay, this is... Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Just like everything else, just trying to line it up fairly accurately. I'll put this one on this side. See if I can achieve the same placement on both sides. It is not always easy. Oh, wait a minute. How is that hanging down? Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Might change later, but... Come on. Okay, I think that's about it. That's pretty cool. I don't like the color's not right though. that fits in better, but is a different color even better than that? Okay, there's the blue. Okay, I think the red's better. Yep, I think that's better. Alright, so I'll change this one over to red. That one, yeah, that's the one. I don't know if I entirely like this little lip that's hanging down there. That might be a little weird. It's a little more subtle. Okay, I adjusted the size just a little bit. Oh wait, I need to check to see. Okay, just checking the distances between the objects. So once again, I can line it up just right. There we go. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, so I'll pop out here real quick just to show. Oh, first, like, if you didn't see the spiral staircase before, let me get out of camera mode so I don't have that all that noise on the screen. This was an absolute nightmare to put in. I had to do so many shenanigans in order to get that to work. And so I highly recommend, if you are going to put, as strange as it may sound, if you are going to put a spiral staircase of some kind, I do recommend that you work on that first before you have the outer shell, or make it so where the outer shell is really easy to replace, so that you can remove things and get the camera a little farther away in order to get things to fit right. Just the weird way the game is sometimes. Oh, and yeah, also if you're just joining and didn't see this earlier, each one of those were all hand placed or just dropped with a wire. Each piece was pretty much hand done, or using this trick and just dropping it like that. New Maxie's new bedtime, so gonna hit the hay. Catch you all on the flip side, you crazy bastards. Alright, man, take it easy, Maxie. Thank you for hopping in and being a part of the conversation. Have a good night, and we'll catch you later. And thank you for reminding people to smash that like button. I really appreciate it. So yeah, so I had all kinds of problems with how I started the building, and then going back to put the staircase in, and then to get it to fit within the confined space that I had on the upper floor. Like, I had to rip out the entire upper floor and then move all of these ceiling tiles out after I had readjusted the floor to get it away from the center. And then getting, like, this is kind of hideous right here, but it was kind of unavoidable without nearly starting over. Like, it was hard enough just trying to get to this point where I have this little tight, narrow spot right here at the top. It still works. It's not as clean as I would like it, but, you know, not bad in the grand scheme of things. I've done far worse things. All right, so we'll hop out here, and I'll show you what we've got on this floating island. I've got two landing pads that are kind of countersunk down into the ground there. You can just barely, you can see like the control stuff, and then there's this little edge. But I like it just, it just looks like, you know, something just landed on the ground there. Now we've got the wonder projectors in the trees. And then those two big wonder projectors that are going to get moved. And if you want to know how any of this was done, just say, hey, stop that part right there. I want to know how that was done. I'll be glad to show you. This was a fun little element. It just kind of worked out that way. Hide it with plants. Yeah, I could hide the edges of things with the plants. You're right, Scott. That's not a bad idea at all, actually. Okay. So we've got the octo cabinet parts done. Trying to think what other stuff we might do. Like I need to figure something out for this wall and that whole wall and then this corner. And I don't even know if I'm going to keep that up there or not. I just wanted something to fill in that space. Might need to put some tall plants in here to take up that whole corner space. The way this is constructed is kind of odd. It took me a little bit to get everything to kind of fit right, so where it looks somewhat realistic. I like to make it look like the building is supported and that the seams are close, that there's not a lot of visual gaps in between spaces. Oh, you meant the stairs. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. And I don't know what kind of decorations will be up here. Probably something around this rail would be interesting, I think. And I did make this sort of path as it comes right off the stairs. Almost like a little purple carpet, red carpet, purple carpet treatment. With the lights up above it, it has that really nice variegated fade between that magenta and the purple. The purple to the shadowy blue and then into the magenta. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. Okay. So over in the corners, what we can do is we can drop a wire. Oh, you know what I could put up here? I could put up a couple of giant nip-nip trees. I think that will look pretty cool in this space. So, one thing I will do, so I'm going to drop a wire snap point here, because that's what I want my guide to be for dropping the nip-nip tree on it. And we'll come over here to our flora containment unit 3. And I'm going to build a maxed size wire. And so we went to wire mode and we'll draw out a wire. Come out of wire mode and now we've got the containment unit right here. And now we make it as large as we can make it. And then we hit the place object and toggle wire buttons at the same time. And now we have our big fat wire. I'm building straw houses and you're building Nakatomi Plaza. Did someone... I'm trying to remember. I feel like someone might have built Nakatomi Plaza in No Man's Sky. I don't remember for sure, but that might have been a thing. Okay, so now I've got this really large wire. You can see what a regular sized wire looks like. Now we have this giant one right here. So what I'm going to do is come over here to the plants, over here to nip-nip, and it says right here, invalid biome, cannot plant outdoors. So what you can do is hit the toggle wire and what is that? Edit mode button. So toggle wire and edit mode buttons at the same time, and you get this little selection thing. And so what I'm going to do is copy this large wire. So now I have a giant wire end. Look at that. And so I will... That's trying to make me put it on a wire snap point. But if I go in close, it takes that away. So we're going to do a little bit of experimenting with. I can't remember which way I should... Because I want the curvature of the plant to kind of match the curvature of the wall it's next to. So I'm going to try this. And let's see. I think that's going to be the way. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Oh, wait. First, I need to build the wire over here. Alright, I'll just drop that there. Try to get that as perpendicular as possible to that wall. Just so it's a matter of evening things out. Hey, Rev, what's happening? How you doing today, man? Hope all is well. Hope all is well with everyone. All right, so coming over here to copy that wire again. So last on the other side. Oh, geez. I think I had it go in the opposite direction. Let's see if I got it right. No, I did not get it right. I needed... Nope. Okay, so let's start over. Get that nip going. Okay. Point it that direction. And I think that'll do it. Yep, I think that'll do it. All right, so we'll let those grow. And then later on, since there's a snap point underneath it, we can add other objects around the base of it and, you know, kind of dress it up a little bit and make a little glitch stack of sorts. All right. So we've got both of those going. And go ahead and delete that. We're actually making a little bit of headway. That's kind of quick. We've got both of those going. We've got the nip. Let's see. Where was I last night? One of the things I'm having trouble with is this right here. I cannot, for the life of me, get the... They will not snap in this spot. And there it goes, snapped in the spot. After I spent hours the other day trying to get it. Oh, that's freaking ridiculous. That is ridiculous right there. Oh wait, but I did not want that one because I want you to still be able to see the moon on there. Yeah, and I think even that one too. There was another one of these that I was having a huge amount of problems with. Ah, there it is. That's the one. Oh, and of course, now it fits right in there. I literally was trying to fill that in for over an hour yesterday. I kid you not. I was pulling stuff apart, trying to get it to fit in there. Did not work. And it just popped in there like it was nothing. Ah, in a mess. Gotta love it. Okay. Oh, I forgot to stay indoors during the storm. So one of the things I did do, I'll pop out. I don't know if you could see it during the storm. Not as well anyway. So I made like fog effects in there by using the industrial pump. And in order to do that, here you can see it better. So you can see all that sort of smokiness that sort of looks like water vapor from a distance. It kind of goes counter to the light fissures in the background that are pointed down. Meanwhile, that sort of misty, smoky look is going up. So I created that that sort of fog effect. You can see the top of that industrial pump right there. It just kind of looks like a drain. And I want to put some other stuff in there to enhance this, and I'll figure that out over the course. That's another new thing that I did. I do want to come out here. Oh, and I put this back area up. That's new. These are my building shelters if I'm out here building. But what I do want to do is delete this because it is no longer relevant. And so no, those came out pretty easily. Sometimes parts will get stuck. And if you want to know how to get parts unstuck, let's see if I can reach over here. I'll have to go on the other side. If you're unfamiliar with building on planets like this, and you want to get something unstuck from underneath the terrain, go into build camera, or into the camera mode, and go kind of under, put some terrain in between you and the build camera. Disengage and then re-engage the build camera, and suddenly you're all down here in this whole area, and you can delete anything you want. You just come down here and delete it. And this I did not clean up from before. Sometimes you can't reach them from this side, so I might have to reach those from back on the other side again. Yep. Not reachable. But yeah, you can see like this is how I placed some of these objects by going in between this area and then placing upside down that hex plate bush. There you go, you can see right here. And this is completely inaccessible. You can't walk over in this area when you're out there. You just can't. The collision of this area doesn't allow for you to place objects in here naturally. So I had to come in the underworld, and you can see all my light fissures pointing down to give that waterfall vibe. And you just pop out. Okay. What could I do next? Oh, I should make a couple little... Oops. Okay, that was too high. There we go. All right. A little patio sort of thing out here would be kind of nice. A little balcony. That's not quite. Let's do this. No, I don't know if I like that. I think I could do, let's do this triangle. I don't know if I like that. Oh, that's really dark on the front. That's odd. Okay. Delete that. I don't need that anymore. Oh, I already had a small triangle down here. What do you know? Rotate that around. Builder's Hush, everybody. Builder's Hush. Alright, so this is one of the problems I was having the other day, or yesterday, in fact. Like I should be able to snap that right there, but for whatever reason it's getting blocked. It's doing that. Oh. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Sort of little hexagonal balcony. Might be kind of nice here. There. Okay. Yeah, I also like to... Let me see if this works. Where's the part that I need? It's over here. Copy that part. Let's see if that interferes with the head. Because I like to make it look like it's a supported structure. That messes with the head a little bit. Not too much. Okay. So anybody looking forward to something fun this weekend? I know I am. Me and my youngest are going to go to PAX, the Penny Arcade Expo. All video games, all the time, for an entire weekend. We've got 3-day passes, hotel room and everything. We are very excited. It's gonna be a blast, Zesty. We've been looking forward to it since we went last year. We only went for a half a day, but now that we've had a little time to settle into the Pacific Northwest, we're gonna spend the whole weekend there. It's gonna be really nice. Gosh. I cannot remember the process for what I want to do now. So I basically want to take this and wonder if I can hand place it, if it doesn't look too terrible if I hand place it. Got to get it just right. That's the thing with this. It's really difficult to get it just right. Okay, I think I got it pretty close to the right. Okay, now I need to, oops, spin it around on that axis. And let's see if I can get this to fit. Because, you know, I could do the glitchy way to do this, but I don't friggin' remember it. And I'm feeling a little lazy right now, so... Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. That went together nicely, actually. That's some pretty damn good alignment. Okay, not bad. Right on. Alright, so we'll drop this one. Make a copy of this. See if we can line this one up just as good. So close. The other one went together a little bit easier than this one. I think that's about it though. Nope. Nope, nope. That was not it. There we go. It needs to sink down into there a little bit. Okay, but now it's not cooperating in other ways. Okay. Okay, is that close enough though? Oh, that's pretty spot on. Height-wise, that is pretty spot on. Okay. Oh, there we go. Or would that look better underneath? And would I still have enough headroom? That's the big question. Oh. Oh, that's looking good. Okay. Now you still go right underneath it. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, very cool. Alright, for now, that might be what we keep. Put a little table down here and a chair. But could we do anything to dress up this area? That's a question. Let's see what kind of objects we have. Okay, I'm trying to get it to snap in a spot where it doesn't want to snap. Oh, I know why it doesn't want to snap there. Okay, so let's... No, that part's too big. And it goes into the wall too much. Oh, what about these? This might go well here. Almost looks like cat ears. But it fits with the rest of that theme. Alright, Delta, you gotta run. I super appreciate you dropping by. And if you're streaming, I might catch your stream later. Have a good one, my friend. So for something like this, I want to, build a little more visual interest. I like this, but I very much don't like it. And I don't know how to even explain that. Maybe a full version of this all the way around. A full top and then some kind of interesting thing on top of that. Okay, that already looks a little bit better. I just need to figure out what will go on top of that. Got some ideas that we'll play around with in just a second. Okay, so I mean, there's a smaller version of that. I don't know if that's gonna work. What about this part? Oh, let's see if I can get it to snap in the middle. Alright, what we might need to do is do a little glitchiness. And what we're doing here is, if I can get it to work. is the universal adjacency glitch. Is that gonna, I don't, let's give it a try. Alright, we'll do that again. Copy this part right here. This part, you know, snaps easier to those lines than the roof does. So we did that one. We'll flip that. Okay. There we go. Nope. Now is it cooperating? No, it's doing something completely different. Okay, that's not working. Look at them. Look at them. They get stuck on this. A bunch of times they've gotten stuck inside my buildings. It's so hard to get those things out. Eventually they'll despawn, but they can be a little bit of annoying. I've got this idea for how I would love this to look, but the parts just don't exist to make it. But we'll keep playing and think up of something new. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and let's see what this does. This might look utterly ridiculous, but it might give us insight on something else we can use in its place. If I can get these snap points to work right. Which I'm not. Oh no, that one's flipping upside down. Okay, that's not gonna work. Try this piece again. There we go. See how that looks. No. Sometimes it's just a big pain in the butt. Sometimes you just want to try something ridiculous, like I do right now. I am a big advocate of doing something ridiculous just to see what it looks like. Oftentimes, doesn't work. Sometimes, it works. So for that, we're going to come over here and we're going to come back over to the floral containment. This time, when we hit back into disabling the wire mode, we're going to make it really, really tiny. and make that super fine wire. Now we're going to come over here. You know, I don't even remember how small the small biodome is. But we're gonna see what happens. This might be terrible. It's probably gonna be terrible. Probably won't actually use this. It's too small for that space. It might look cool for another project, but it doesn't really fit the vibe of this at all. But there you go. That's what a tiny dome looks like. If you ever wanted to know, here it is. But we're not going to deal with any tiny dome. I feel like this should block storm, but I guess not. Let's take another look at the various parts. So we want something that'll go with stone. Something that doesn't have, the colors aren't too cartoony looking. So far, not so good. When in doubt, compound bulb. Let's see if this, see how this looks. Just for giggle's sake. No, it blocks the door. Also doesn't look right. If they were small in a circle, maybe? I don't know. Nope. No, that's not gonna work. I wanted to make a giant calcishroom, but that might have to be for another thing and another time. I was just thinking that the top of the calcishroom would look pretty cool. There's my giant one right there. Just want to see what this looks like for future reference. Oh, that's too high. But I thought this would look cool, kind of countersunk, where just this top part were sticking out of a floor tile. That would be a pretty cool thing for another build. Okay. I do still like the hexagonal balcony, so we'll probably go ahead and do that on the other side as well. Although That kind of blocks that blocks the sidewalk and the stairs there. Huh. So maybe this gets a different kind. Maybe this gets a different kind of a balcony. Something that's very different and kind of just hugs this edge around here. Even that's not going to work because putting this tile... Wait, what is it snapping onto? That's not right. Oh, yeah. Oh, but it just blends into that floor right there. Oh, that's cool. But what I don't have... Should make that purple. But there's all this space in between, and that's also into the thing. Okay. We're gonna flub it right here. Gonna try to anyway. No, it's not. It's the right height, but I can't get it to sink back farther than that. And I don't want to do all the work in order to put more floor tiles right here. I think there's a way to add these without starting half the circle over again. I'll have to dig through Beelbum's stuff to see. But we might leave this part for right now and go do something else. No idea what to do with this big ass wall. Or that big ass wall. Maybe just a few small things here and there. That panel, and those two. Have to chew on that for a bit. Still like the way this looks, but I want to do this. Because I like more coral. Oh yeah. That's better. It needs more coral, like that song needed more cowbell. And now we've reached the rambling part of the day. Thank you for joining us. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Sort of doubling the coral. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty sweet. Gives the scene more depth, more motion, stands out. And I'm go ahead, not that we need to, but I'm going to go ahead and cover this area just to see how it looks. Because we did it on the below side. It doesn't seem to be sinking into the wall as much as the other one. How does that look? Okay. Alright, it doesn't sit in there the same way, but it works. It works. Alright, I need to get a good look at that. Make sure that the one on the other side matches as closely as possible. Okay. I think I have remembered the position. And did that work? It's not quite the same. It's not even close enough. Let's see, how does that... Okay. Alright, let's see if we can get this to sink in there a little bit better. Wait, did that? Oh yeah, it did come more forward. That's why. There we go. That's more like it. Hell yeah. That is coming along nicely. We've got the sort of flow of theme that you can see, like there's a color scheme that I'm working with. That's the purples, the blues, and the reds. And so you can come in and you just sweep around. But they're not so alike that it just blends in together. Like each of the designs still stands out from one another. And that's what you want. You want to have this smooth transition until there's a jarring one, and you just plan your base around what you want to be jarring. Like that jarring. When you come in, you first see this. It's not jarring, but you stop. And then you see the other cool things and you're kind of drawn to them. And then, bam, if you look up, you get to see that. So yeah, I think this is coming along pretty great. And I think that's where we're going to end it for today. It's been, you know, even though the first half hour was all technical issues, I appreciate everyone for sticking with me through that. Look, there they are in these mud huts all the time. Look at them. But yeah, so join me next Tuesday, and we'll get up to some more shenanigans, and we'll be either back here or we'll be on one of the other floating island planets where I am working on builds. So I appreciate everyone coming in, dropping a like, hitting the subscribe button. I appreciate you greatly for doing so. And have a great day, everyone.